In this lesson, let's build the section that holds the rotor blades. I'm going to go ahead and select this area, these meshes here, and hide everything else. I'm going to draw a cylinder, snap to this curve here. I'm going to draw it about the width of this disc here. That's about right, and just give it a little bit of height. I'm going to use a gumball and pull it down. Let's add some chamfer. Let's go with 0.05 and select these two edges, and I think that looks good. Switch over to this curve here and let's pipe it. I'm going to go this thick. That's about right. And we can scale it down and move it up. There we go. I'll draw a line from snapping to the curve here and pull it out. Let's pipe it. I don't want it wider than this cylinder, so I'm going to draw it within its boundary. There we go. And right click. There we go. Let's go ahead and draw a rectangle from center. Snap to the end here and pull it out. Go a little smaller. That looks good. Use the gumball scale and hold the shift key so you go in. Make sure when you're scaling it, you hold the shift key, and when you get to a certain distance, just tap the alt key to make a copy. Now we can go here and scale it into place and pull it out. There we go. Kind of get an even distance. Select both curves and let's trim it. And let's extrude it a little wider. And we can cap it. We don't want this area in here, so we can do a Boolean difference with no. There we go. Let's round off these. Actually, let's do a chamfer. We'll go with 0.2 and see what happens. I'm going to go with more. I'm going to go with 0.4. There we go. So we can select all of these corners here. I'm going to extrude an isocurve this direction, right about to here. I'm going to pipe it. We'll do it by eye. That's a good width. Let's go ahead and draw a cylinder, an open cylinder. And let's just snap it to this curve here. Give it a little bit of thickness and pull it out just a tiny bit. All right. I'm going to right click so everything is back. Got to make sure we select this curve here and let's pull it out so we have something to snap to. And let's draw a point right at the end here. That's good. Let's go and draw a square from center. We'll snap to this curve here. make a thin rectangle go in this direction. Let's pull it out right about to here. Slide it back. Do a chamfer. Let's go with 0.4. It's a little too much, so let's try 0.15. That's perfect. I want to mirror it to this point, and you want to get on both sides. I'm going to union it to the cylinder and do the same for the other one. Let's union these together. And I want to do a NURB reference line, so I'm going to draw one from here. This at near, find its perp. You could right click on the word perp. There we go. Draw an isocurve right at the bottom here. Find its mid. You could draw a curve from the middle of that line to the middle of this line. And let's pipe it. We'll go with a thickness of 0.1. Perfect. Let's take it and mirror it from that point. Hold the shift key so it's mirrored to the other side. Great. Let's see what happens when we take all of these. Let's group it and do a polar array from the 0 of this disk. There we go. Let's go 4 times. Make sure they don't intersect. Looks like it's barely hitting, which is perfect. Actually, it looks good. It's nice and simple. We'll take this disk here because it has a little too much height. And I'm going to pull it down right about to there. Make sure this is not poking, so I'm going to take this cylinder, do a Boolean difference, and we can get rid of that dome. Select the meshes and right click so it's part of the body. I'm actually quite happy with it. So in the next lesson, we're going to build the blades for the rotor.